My family upbringing was fantastic. I had great parents. Mum and Dad were very encouraging. They always believed in us kids. And I had two sisters and myself, I was the oldest. And I remember growing up thinking that I could become something with my life. I could make a difference with my life. I remember thinking as I was growing up, not only do my parents believe in me and believe that I can make a difference in the world, but they're also investing in me, investing time, investing resources to try and help me reach my full potential as a person and as a man. My father was a great guy. I watched him in many situations where things were very difficult and people had come against him, and I watched him respond with love and genuine respect for the other party. An important part of loving people is valuing who they are as people, and that's what my dad modelled to me in my growing years. All of my life I've wanted to give back. I've wanted to bless and care for other people. That's reflected in my profession. As a behavioural optometrist, I specialise in children with learning problems. I spend a lot of my time working with kids that others overlook and that others have even written off. I love working with them and changing their lives for good and forever. When I met and married my wife, Fiona, I realised that not everybody had had the blessing of a wonderful upbringing like I had. She came into our marriage with some real difficulties in the past and some terrible things she'd had to live through. And so that really gave me a focus for where we could care for others, for people who have had difficult upbringings, maybe abusive upbringings, maybe upbringings around addiction, those sorts of things. And I think meeting Fiona and joining our two forces together, we became stronger together than we were separately. Many years ago, we started fostering the unfosterable kids. We took them into our home and we saw their lives change for good.
Darin and I fostered children over a 20-year period. You can imagine the hormones and the drama that would bring, and he was a very calming influence on those girls. He's always the voice of reason and logic.
We wanted to make that thing more widespread, so we started something called Lily House. A lily is a plant that grows through the muck and mire and mud till it gets to the top and then it blossoms into full bloom. And that's what we wanted for the lives of these young girls. We wanted them to grow through the muck and mire and mud of the lives they had been leading to reach full bloom and become beautiful women.
Lily House is a protective house for disadvantaged women, young girls that might be pregnant, women that have come off addictive substances or domestic violence. So it protects and champions them up to become women that can be good parents, good mums.
The best thing about being the father of three girls, I think, is to see them grow into the women that you always wanted them to be. To see them grow up and marry great guys and start having children and live lives that are really positive. My oldest daughter, Tara, she became a teacher of refugees in Malaysia. So she went up there and I've seen her sit in gutters with refugees and love them like crazy. Kira makes a difference in the lives of everyone she talks to. And Christy, my youngest daughter, she's become a doctor and she's served already overseas in India. Nothing beats sitting there and watching something grow into its full potential. I would hope that my kids would always say about me that I believed in them and I loved them. That I saw the potential that was in them even when they didn't think they had that potential. And that I did everything in my power to see their lives come to fullest potential. The Bible says, greater love is no man than he lay down his life for his friend. And I want to be the guy who lays down his life for his family, for his children, for his foster children, for others who deserve it because they're valuable.
Dad's a busy guy and he likes to be involved in lots of things like his business, his ministry, the church, other people, but he never lets that impact his time and his love for us. When he's here and he's with us, he's fully present.
He's always been loving, he's always supportive, he's always been there to pick you up when you've fallen down, to give you that words of wisdom when you need it, to give you that hug when you're just feeling like you need a hug. And I'm really proud that he is my daughter's grandfather.
Oh.
Big cuddles. Big cuddles.